Listen, ladies and gentlemen, what we're on? Okay, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Welcome back to the take. Let me tell you something. You called the hotline, and because of it, Bergy has a new star on his black card. I'm your host, Mayhem Mike. I'm supposed to tell you about King Kong. I'm supposed to tell you about Batman, a new Disney chiller, Bandai's come up, and even Acclaim's latest runs. But you know what? I got a hot take. You ready? Come closer. I know who the villain is with WandaVision. Roll my credits. Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Mayhem Mike. You can find me at Pure Mayhem. And join with me, my esteemed colleagues. To my left, probably your right, is Mr. Hash, a.k.a. Arash. Evo. Look at him with the red shirt nobody likes. Man bun and always. And below me, as always, it's the man, the beard, Bergy. You can find him at MJ Bergy 23. Bergy, I heard you were coming out with an album. What's going on, buddy?
I got to work on it. I'm trying to get some backup singers right now. I got to get the dances ready. You know, I was hoping you might do a flow.
A cameo? Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, definitely. You know, as long as Hash and his man bun comes through, you know what I'm saying? I'm okay with that.
Gotcha.
It's all about those dancers, baby. Got to have the backup dancers. Bergy knows all about that one.
Listen, fellas. Last week, we made some tremendous achievements. Hash apparently singing is our newest one, so we're gonna write that one down. This week we need to talk about something. This week I'm calling it hit it, spend the coin, save the coin. Hashtag spend the coin, save the coin. Let's jump right into it. You've heard it first. The beast has come roaring. Okay, and another beast was like, eh. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk about King Kong versus Godzilla, the age-old battle. Okay, we've been thinking about this since we learned Godzilla had a son. Remember Godzuki? All right, what? Yeah.
Remember yeah, we're going that far?
We're going that far. When it was a cartoon, up from the depths, 30 stories high, or many stories, whatever it was. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, are we going to save the coin or are we going to spend the coin on this King Kong? Bergy, what do you got for me?
Oh, dude, I'm spending the coin. I'm definitely down. I'm spending the coin on this one, man. We're getting the, King Kong versus Godzilla, Gojira. We're getting the ones that we want. We're getting finally the battle, and it's not going to be two guys in a rubber suit just jumping around a studio and destroying. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love those old movies back in the day, but you could tell those were like, man, that's really bad. Like, cosplay back then. Now we'd love it, but back then it was good. I'm down with it because of the simple fact that I want to see what they're going to do with the storyline on it. And it looks like how are they getting King Kong off of the island? He's coming obviously to Japan. What other cities are they going to? Because they're on, obviously it's Monarch is bringing him in. Why do we have Godzilla? Why is Godzilla on a rampage? Why is he tearing apart all these towns and cities and, countries? I did check out the trailer. It was something kind of cool I noticed in the trailer, and I kept rewinding it. In the first 8 seconds or so of the trailer, I think we see Mechagodzilla. So I do believe he's it, and I tried slowing it frame by frame to see it the best I could, but it looks like the way he's coming in, and it's like the girl's running down a staircase, and it looks like a giant robot's going across, but it looks like Mechagodzilla. So I think he's going to be in it. So I'm like, I hope they didn't throw that in as a spoiler, but then later in they kind of show something, and it was the original doctor from the Godzilla movie, King of Monsters, where he died inside the planet. His son is the one that's in the movie that is in front of a screen, and it looks like they've got something in the background that's showing it's powering up. So I'm thinking Mechagodzilla's got to be in this. So dude, come on now, come on, King Kong, Godzilla, I'm down all day. Spend the coin.
Spend the coin. Hash, I've heard from Bergy as well that supposedly Mechagodzilla is in this. somebody might even told me that, when he gets up on the carrier ship, his hand turns blue as if it was digital, and that Godzilla is small because that's not the real Godzilla. Hash, are you spending the coin or are you saving the coin on this one?
I'm spending the coin on this one because you are looking at the long-awaited, not back in the 60s and 70s of King Kong versus Godzilla, the ones that we grew up to go and watch. Granted, we are going to find out who they're facing. You caught me on the trailer. You got me with Godzilla holding Stormbreaker, and we're trying to figure out how it all begins and how this whole thing works. You had me on other images online with Mothra. What looked like Mothra on Godzilla to form a different form of Godzilla. I like the fact that it looks like the kids, especially going old school Godzilla myth and everything, where the kids that have psychokinetic powers are the ones that are kind of in tune with the monsters, and they're the ones that are controlling it. My biggest downfall is going to be the intro of Jurassic Park, which the whole thing of Godzilla with King Kong on the ship and Godzilla going after him. I want to know how that whole thing comes out to be, because for a split second in a trailer, I'm going, please don't do what they normally do, and that is every darn movie, and that is they got King Kong, they bring him to the States, and I said, please don't put him on the Empire State Building anymore. I think I'm a little tired of it. Me being a New Yorker, I'm done, but still, I am so looking forward to seeing King Kong versus Godzilla. Look, just take my money. Take my money. I'm for it.
I'm thinking about saving the coin. Here's why. I'm thinking about saving.
You going straight to DVD, Blu-ray, rentals? Is that what's up?
Let's be honest, folks. If I do watch it, it's going to be a hood release. We'll talk about that after these commercials. Anyway,
the bodega. And a bodega in yours too.
I'm going to be the devil's advocate on this and say I'm thinking about saving the coin. Yes, Godzilla. Boom, bad boy. Hash's team Godzilla. Bergy is on the fence. I'm team King Kong, okay? King was handling him on that ship, all right? And then all of a sudden, he came back with Stormbreaker. Come on. We all saw what happened with Cap. Assemble, okay? Assemble. Now, I think they're going to play scapegoat. I think it's going to be Godzuki he's facing at first. And then they bring Godzilla. Remember, Mothra supposedly gave him the power up, which is why he was radiating all around. I don't think the story's so solid. I think it's going to be like the original Godzilla we saw. What was it, 2019 or whatever? And it was all this talking. Screw the talking. Get to the fighting. I want to see the fight. I want to see the monsters. If you want to see the monsters, type F in the chat. I'm thinking about saving the coin.
Okay. Well, if you're thinking about saving the coin, let's go back to the Matthew Broderick version where we had Godzilla running around New York City. Which was all about the Doritos commercial.
You know what? I'm going to change it. If you're going to bring me back there, I'm going to change it. I'm going to spend the coin. But I'm going to ask respectfully, no more trailers.
No more trailers. Yes. No more trailers.
This is it. This is probably the best Godzilla that we're going to get in a long time. And you know what? Supposedly, we may be getting a series. Real quickly, Bergy, what do you think about getting a series after this fight? I think it's called Monster Island.
There is rumors of that, and I'd be down with it. It's supposed to be an anime. It's supposed to be animated cartoon series for it, and dude, I'm down with it. If it's on Netflix, they've done some great jobs with some of the animes. I'd be okay with it. I'm down.
Oh, Ash, real quickly, let me know. You watching?
No, because I'm tired. I'm not a big fan of stuff that goes right to the movies. Then we get animated versions here and there just to save face. Look, we went through with Hellboy, and we see how Hellboy kind of helped pick itself up. And the problem is going to be is that the cartoon's going to give us exactly what we want. And then when it goes back to live action, we always get gypped when it comes back to live action. I mean, I get it. We're going to have it anyway. I mean, look, we could talk about we're going to talk about it on Sunday about a certain show or a movie that's about to get their Netflix release. And yet again, when it goes back to live action, in a way, we're damned if we do, damned if we don't. I mean, we're getting what we want, but then who's going to be happy at the end?
Hash sounds like he wants to spend the faith. That may be a new hashtag. Spend the faith, keep the faith. He's like, spend the faith. I'd watch it. I'd watch it just because, I just want to see where it goes. Remember, guys, Netflix Godzilla went 3 seasons. 3 seasons. And it was okay. It was okay. But speaking of fighting something bigger, as our friend Mia pointed out, let's talk about the Batman. Robert Pattinson's glow like a vampire, sing like a wolf, a werewolf, if you will. The Batman. We've seen the trailer. Bergy. No, you know what? Hash. Ooh,
oh, how dare you.
Hash. Spend the coin, save the coin. Let me know.
I'm 50-50 because here's the giant problem that's going to be. Snyder Cut is going to ruin the Batman, and all other posts around it is going to ruin the Batman. As much as I want to see this, as much as I'm for it, I'm going to save the coin.
Ooh.
And that is, I'm going to wait a little bit longer to see everyone's hype because one, Rotten Tomatoes will butcher it like it normally does because they don't know what they're reading. It seems like they can't read a comic book in their life, let alone read a book. Number two, it looks like whatever they're watching, they don't know what they're watching. They're confused. And if you're confused, ask the geeks and the nerds that, you steal information from to give you the correct answer. And the other thing is going to be, right, they will either A, give us a new version of Batman that we're gonna be attached to, and then somewhere down the line we'll get a third director to give us bat nipples and bat butts. And that's my biggest fear, is that when it comes to it, Christopher Nolan saved Batman, but DC later down the line didn't know how to continue off Christopher Nolan's achievements. This may be that. The Batman comes in, and then DC can't figure out how to get past those achievements.
Listen, I've heard I Am Vengeance from you. I heard you're not interested. But remember, this is the reboot, all right?
Yeah.
This is wiping it
year
clean.
zero. We're getting the only thing I'm excited for is we're getting year zero storyline. The fact that we're getting year zero storyline, I'm 75% invested. I'm just worried about the actors and how everyone's getting portrayed and how the stories look. We know nothing about the story. We have to wait to see how the movie comes out. But I'm saving the coin.
Wow, saving the coin. Bergy, look at me, okay? You've always been my favorite, okay? Like brothers, yes, okay? You've always been my favorite. You see what Robert Pattinson did as Vengeance, okay? When he donned the cowl, all right? You seen him in his emo look. He's going for his old Spider-Man 3, Tobey Maguire. Emo. You know what I'm saying? Are you spending the coin or are you saving the coin? Remember, Riddler's out here looking like the Purge. Remember, Catwoman is getting a totally new look. Remember, there may be a third villain, but we don't know yet. Tell me, save, spend.
I'm almost. I want to go with as a third option. Can I borrow the coin?
No.
No borrowing the coin. Damn. I mean, I want to spend the coin on it because it is Batman, and I want to see something good on the screen. And from the trailer, what they showed, I mean, Pattinson didn't do too bad. I was all worried, like, all right, he played a vampire, now he's playing Batman, so he grew up in a way, and he's not sparkly and doesn't glow in the sun. So thank God for that. But I'm still anxious on it because it is year zero, year one, depending on which way we're going. The cast looks fantastic with it. I mean, you've got Colin Farrell in it. You've got oh my God, the guy that played Gollum. I cannot think of his name for the life of me right now.
Yes, he's in it.
Yeah, he's playing Pennyworth. So I was kind of a little bummed about that. He's not in CGI or he's not behind makeup, which is fantastic. We get to see him on the screen. So he's a good actor. I don't know, man. I want it to do well. I don't think this is going to ruin the Snyder Cut. I think the Snyder Cut is going to ruin some other stuff, but that's a topic for a whole other day. I don't know, man. I'm hoping on it. The Batmobile doesn't leave me anything excited. For someone who got money, looks like he picked up an old school Camaro or something, to an engine on the back of it, and that's the Batmobile. Like you're rich, you couldn't afford a Lamborghini or something.
A Tesla.
Yeah, I mean, at least do something with it. At least Batman
give me Camaro.
He looked like an armored tank, for crying out loud. He did, and then the Bat Pods. I'd like to see what they might do with some stuff with it, but I don't know, man. This is leaving me a little bit butterflies in the stomach, and it's not the good kind. It's not the good kind.
What's that? I just got clearance to say this. We might get a Bat Tesla, okay? That's what Bruce Wayne needs to be rocking, a Bat Tesla. Listen.
Get the Bat Tesla SUV that the side doors go up, and that's all it does, and that's the big hype for it. Wait, isn't that what they're going to use for the Ghostbusters car or somewhere down the line too?
Listen, ladies and gentlemen, you got to understand. If it's not the tumbler, we're not appreciative of it. Honestly, the tumbler was it. The tumbler was all purpose and it made sense. Okay, fine. Forget the Batmobile.
Even Ben Affleck's Batmobile made sense. I'm sorry. Even Ben Affleck's Batmobile made sense.
We do not talk about Batfleck when I'm speaking, okay? We do not talk about that, man. All right? Maybe later. Listen.
Seriously, I'm with Mia. Come on. Wayne Enterprises cut his toy funding.
Mia, right on the nose. What happens is that, look, this man is playing a bat. He's been playing a vampire since then. He's already emo. He's ready to show it. I'm going to spend the coin. I'm spending it because you know what? On our other show, This Week in Pop Culture, on our other show, somebody pointed out the great details of this trailer, and I have hope for it. I don't think DC has gotten the Bruce Wayne we needed, but I think they hit the jackpot yet again on the Batman. I agree. Yes, there's a year zero. Kind of falls in between when he's the League of Shadows, comes back to Gotham. If you think of the Liam Neeson one, we'll see what happens. But ladies and gentlemen, spend the coin. I'm telling you. Last thoughts. If you were to put a third villain in this, who would you put?
Well, now there is a villain that they've shown in everything with it, and I think he's listed as the Riddler, but I don't think it's the Riddler. I think it's Hush. I think it's going to be Hush
with the purge face.
Yep, I think that's Hush. I think that's him, who is actually, which we find out is the Riddler. But I think that character and diving into a darker Riddler, not the comical, goofy style, I think is going to make this a lot better of a villain than somebody like the Joker or that we've already seen dozens of times. So
yeah,
okay.
And also, if I'm not mistaken, there's a teaser for a Joker somewhere down the line, and it seems like the rumor is that also an actor from the Gotham series will slowly make its way into the movie. Shh. Spoiler alert.
We'll talk about what DC needs to do next time. Speaking of spoiler alert, are you guys excited for Raya the Last Dragon? Oh my God. Have you seen that trailer, Bergy? Have you seen that trailer, Hash?
Yes, as if I've watched the new version of Mulan. Okay.
Ooh, you want to be careful there, tiptoe, but I appreciate you. Bergy.
I'm spending the coin on.
You spending the coin?
I'm spending the coin. Just for some fact that it's a Disney-based movie. From the trailer of it, it looks absolutely fantastic. It does. You see where they're saying it's like made from the same people of Moana and made from the same guys of Frozen. It does have that feel of that style animation and the character. I definitely think this is going to be a really good style cartoon for them. I'd like to see this. I think this could actually be something that they might pick up for later down the road for like a Disney Plus series. They have a lot of quirky characters in it that I think they could definitely do something. And from everything that they're showing for the different like tribes and stuff like that, there's a lot of storytelling I think that they could dive into to really, flesh out this world. Think about the cast that's on it. We got Benedict Wong that's going to be playing it. You got Alan Tudyk. He's playing Tuk Tuk, one of the main characters. Daniel Day Kim from Lost, Hawaii Five-0. He's playing Raya's dad. We've got Sandra Oh on it, who's a acclaimed actress in her own right. And you got Awkwafina. If anybody remembers the Crazy Asian movie, she plays that weird, quirky character. She's phenomenal, absolutely hilarious. She's playing Zizu, the dragon. And I think this is going to be a really good cast for them. This is going to be something that's going to be one of those sleeper hits. It is going to grow exponentially. You're going to see merchandise through the roof on this. This is going to spawn a lot of different stuff. I think it might get a Disney Plus series, maybe a couple of years down the road, kind of like Big Hero 6 did, things like that. But I definitely see this as being something long-term for Disney. They're going to invest in this. Animation's way too good for it to be a one-hit wonder.
Let's not act like Disney does not give us a whole bunch of spin-offs back on Channel 5 and WB11 back in the day. Okay, for sure. I got to agree with you, Bergy. This animation looks crazy. This looks like I'm watching a 4K TV on a tube television, a 50-pound television I got to move around. And before I get to Hash, I do want to say this. The inclusivity of this, the cultures. Woo! You have not seen it. You need to see it. But after the show, Hash, spending the coin or you saving the coin?
Oh, I'm spending the coin. Because look, it's Disney. When it comes to, look, I'm making fun of the storyline and everything. And granted, it seems like a repeat. But we've noticed this, all right? Disney later down the line has given us all tearjerker movies, and they've given us feel good moments, starting from Up, making its way to even movies like In and Out, and even with the second Frozen movie as well too. When you have all these productions behind it, especially with their animation, the same teams, the same love, the same feel. Get your tissues ready, guys. You know for a fact we're going those little moments. You know, we're gonna start crying somewhere down the line. There's gonna be a moment where something happens. And look, if you haven't watched the trailer and that dragon coming out and everything, and if you haven't cracked the joke, if you haven't smiled when the dragon is born, especially in that trailer, I don't have to tell you, they're giving us more than that we're gonna get from the trailer already. And yet again, we're going during a pandemic of like, don't give us any more trailers. We want the movie now. So I'm for it. I'm spending the coin. I need to watch Raya and the Last Dragon. So
a moment. Listen, Raya and the Last Dragon looks like to be the best animation hit of this year, of 2021. The animation is great. The inclusivity's there. The dialogue is there. Yo, I want Mushu 2021. Give me Mushu 2021. Make him
isn't that what we ate the other night?
I hate you. I hate you so much. Listen. Last thoughts on Raya and the Last Dragon. Bergy, tell me something. Tell me something you're looking forward to and something you're not looking forward to. Hopefully they don't do wrong.
I'm looking forward to the dragon. Honestly, the dragon story and the background story of it, and why it was missing for so many years and now it's back. And I did like how the dragon came in and showed a little comic relief with it. The way he was saying, like, she's saying, "I'm not the dragon you want, but I'm going to be the dragon you get." You know, and I think it's going to be a nice storyline that they're going to flesh out. So I'm looking forward to that.
Hash, tell me what you got.
Look, just take my money. Take my money. That's all I'm going to say. Just take my money.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this has been Spend the Coin, Save the Coin, our new segment of the show, of course. Join us next week. We may bring up some more trailers that are deemed worthy, and we need to talk about whether or not we need to spend the coin or save the coin. But we want to take this moment to introduce our sponsor, a.k.a. where can you find the merch? Right off the bat, www.artistclub.ninja. Bergy, you want to take a bow? Show them the shirt. Show them the shirt, Bergy. Show them the shirt. That's right. Listen, we do this for you guys, all right? Go to the website. Definitely support the show. Let us know what you want. And you know what? We may come out with some limited editions. Shout out to Mia. Mia was out here showing me the mug she had. I appreciate you. All right? I see you. You smart. You loyal. Okay? Your last name doesn't end with Brown. So anyway.
Well, we have tons of other shirts as well too. Our brand new segments, Save the Coin, Spend the Coin, Save the Coin is up right now. Go to www.artistclub.ninja and grab your shirts today.
And with that being said, I think it's time. Somebody made a comeback. Uh-oh. That man pulled out a book. Bergy, what you got going on over there? Bergy.
Wikipedia is in full effect, ladies and gentlemen.
Just a simple book I had out here, Bergypedia. For the take, we're going to be doing Spend the Check, Save the Check. So some upcoming stuff coming up for some TV series and a movie or two. So one of the ones that I wanted to talk about was the Billy Yost Power Rangers script. So I know in this David Yost, right? Is David Yost?
Yeah.
David Yost. My
Billy
God,
Yost.
I don't know. Billy Cranston, he's the character. I always do that to him, too. I call him that too, and he always looks at me when I see him at a show. I call him Billy, and he just looks at me. I'm like, I'm sorry, David. I apologize. So David has written a script for the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers called Quantum Continuum. And he's basically trying to say that there's a storyline that he wants to do where it's 25 years after the Power Rangers have ended. He wants to do something where he brings the entire cast back, and they all seem to want to do it. And they're looking at this where they want to talk about like 1 or 2 episodes where it dives into them from the previous to where they are now, and then individual episodes they're going to talk about the actual like where the characters have been. So I know Hasbro owns the rights to it now, and they are trying to work on this series. So now my question to you guys is this something that you guys would save the check or spend the check on to get made? Do you think this is something Hasbro can actually, make and have this be a series, or could they do this into a movie? What do you guys think? What's your takes? Hash, let's go with you first.
I'm for this being a short, maybe 3 to 4 episode kind of thing. I mean, I've read that article time and time again. I've seen that come up on my feed, and everyone has taken their sweet time to send me the same article over and over again. This has been in the works for such a long time. Even when I met David Yost 4 or 5 years ago at the Great Philadelphia Comic Con, and that was something he was working on, is working on a script. Not only was he 100% for this, so was David Fielding, who played Zordon, or was the voice of Zordon. To have the cast, after all the turmoil the cast has been through, to have the cast kind of agree to have this along, my only theory is going to be, or problem is going to be, is it going to be during the White Ranger time, or is it during the Green Ranger time, where the storyline takes place? But I'm for this, because when you go to Comic Cons, especially right now, going to comic book stores, it's all about Power Rangers. Power Rangers are saving your local comic book shops right now in the Midwest and wherever comic books are sold. So why not jump on the original bandwagon and just make us, I don't know, a made-for-TV movie? Give it to Son of the Bat. We all know Son of the Bat doesn't have the rights to Power Rangers anymore. But give it to Son of the Bat. Let them make a 4 or 5-part miniseries. Or if Hasbro's smart, get the cast of Nickelodeon, make a mini movie out of it. Even if it goes straight to DVD or Blu-ray at this point, give it to us. Because why? It is going to sell. Look, spend that check. I'm for it. Just give it to me. Give me the original Power Rangers. Bring back the Pink Ranger. Give me the storyline, how they are, how they cope with the death of Trini, the Yellow Ranger, and everything.
Let me tell you something. This man here, that guy. This man's overthinking this, all right? He's overthinking this. He's out here talking from a money perspective, right? I say spend the check because this is what fans have been waiting for. We've been waiting for these kids to grow up. We've been waiting to hear about Tommy, the green, white, whatever Ranger dealing with bills. And you know what? Maybe we're tired of Tommy.
Well, hold on. First off, hold on. Green Ranger boy, White Ranger boy came back as the Black/Gold Ranger and Dino Thunder, and that was like, I know, and he had to be a scientist, which I didn't believe that one bit, with his spiky little club hair, and he couldn't dance for his life. But that's a different story.
I think the only colored Ranger he hasn't done yet is the Pink Ranger. I don't think he's done that suit yet.
Right. Yeah. Anywho,
listen, we got to spend this check. We all know that crazy and awesome phenomenon that was Power Rangers on the YouTube, right? You remember that movie where the Black Ranger literally got shot with guns, and he was just like, "Fam, what are you doing?" and beat up everybody in the room. Sure, it was dark. Sure, Bandai and Saban was like, "No, this is not it. We're gonna rush to put out a subpar Power Ranger movie, which was trash." I don't even remember seeing the Zords morph properly. All right, that was trash. It was horrible trash. Give us a dark story. Give us a dark story where we see these people and they have to deal with life. All right. Because you know what? If we're going to be honest, they skipped school. They skipped school to bully alien forces. Okay. And they was out here. Nobody ever said, hey, you know what? Maybe you guys shouldn't do that. And you know what? The property damage of the Zords in battle. Nobody ever talked about that. I don't care. It doesn't matter. What I'm saying is spend the check, bring this dark story around, and get us for a whole series, if not 2 movies. I guarantee you it will revitalize, and we'll all be out here saying it's morphin' time. Is it not morphin' time? It's morphin' time. But I'm going to say spend the check. Spend that check.
Right. They did bring it up. If you read the comic books, at one point in the thing, they talk about all the damage that the Zords have done in the city with going around and saving. And they talk about one time even David Yost's character Billy was actually getting bad grades because he wasn't in class in time.
They didn't tell us if it's not on the TV, it's not believable.
I know, but you got to read the books. Someone says maybe 4 episodes. I'm looking for 4 episodes. Look, I don't care what they. I don't care what the Power Rangers, David Yost script and everything. I think this is a great push for Power Rangers. Give the original cast. Get the original cast. We've seen the lines when you go to New York. When you go to all these conventions, the line is for the original cast. Why do you not jump on the bandwagon of the original cast, some way, shape, or form?
Nostalgia will only get you but so far. That's like me. You know what? Hold on. That's like me losing That's like me losing hair in my beard and trying to keep it on. There's a big patch on my beard. I'm just like, I could still do it. Push it over. No, fam, let it go. Nostalgia only get us. Yes, it'll bring us there. But when it's the same corny treatment, we're going to leave it. Make it dark. Make it more edgy. Make it a little bit more relatable. And the series will grow. Okay? R.I.P. to Trini. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you bring back Zach and he's out here like, ha.
Hello, Rita and Laura Zed always made it grow. So, what monsters are you introducing into the thing? Are you bringing back Ivan
It's the
Ooze?
galaxy of evil. Come on.
Like, are you bringing? Look. In my opinion, I was telling the Red Ranger for Power Rangers Space that I literally stopped after watching Power Rangers Space, and he says, "Why?" I'm like, "Look, I'm an 80s kid. We watch horror movies end in space. I couldn't watch past any episode. I didn't believe any episode. TV shows, movies died in space." Power Rangers died in space. Keep it there.
We can bring it back.
Me personally, I say save the check personally because I want to see them move on from the original cast. Go with the darker storyline that they did. I think the darker storyline was a better, thing that they did, and it was just a lot better. That's me personally. But hey, I digress.
Y'all are some traders.
Going on.
I mean, look, no.
When I get my sword, don't ask for a ride.
That dark look. That made James Van Der Beek. All right, that gave James Van Der Beek brand new life when we watched that thing, and he comes out that he is Rocky the Red Ranger from the Zeo series, and I'm going. I was sold. Make this movie. I don't care. And then at the time, Bandai said, heck no. They pulled on every ever existed. I got lucky. I got to save a video. So
wow.
Right?
If you go on Evo Comics Inc., that video is currently still on my page.
Definitely check it out, guys. But moving on. So we're going to talk about Mortal Kombat. So the new Mortal Kombat movie that's going to be coming out in April is going to be a total restart to the franchise. So they've actually made 2 previous movies before, Mortal Kombat Annihilation. This one's called Mortal Kombat. Total restart. So with this one here, it's MMA fighter Cole Young. He's accustomed to taking a beating for money. He's unaware that he's related to Outworld's Empire Shang Tsung. So now he is going to be going there to Raiden's temple to train with the Liu Kang, Kung Lao, and the rogue mercenary Kano, which I find interesting in that one. You also going to see Jax in this. You're going to see Sonya Blade in it, and they're going to find out where he is in the storyline as to how they're going to take down Outer World so they do not take over Earth. So you know how it goes every 10 years. Every 10 fights, they have to win it. If they win 10 in a row, they get Earth. So far, hopefully we take them out. So what do you guys think? Save the check or spend the check on this one? Mayhem, let's go with you. Because I know you're a huge Mortal Kombat fan.
Let me tell you something, okay? First of all, who the hell is naming these movies? Like Mortal Kombat Annihilation, reboot. We're just going to call it Mortal Kombat. It's trash. Come up with a new name. The name itself should tell you, save the check. Don't bother. What story are you giving me? And then also, but this is how bad it is, right? They finally decided to be inclusive and get authentic fighters and the culture in it. And you know what? They're not going anywhere. I'm telling you, save the check. Liu Kang is not going to be all that great. They're not coming out with another Mortal Kombat song. Remember that song? Mortal Kombat. It's not happening. It's not happening again. Let it go. Let it go.
Greatest song ever.
Let it go. We can save. I'm surprised at you. You're out here saying, let's save Mortal Kombat, but not Power Rangers? You're out of your mind. Power Rangers had people get killed.
I'm a Mortal Kombat fan, so to me, combat's where I spend the check. Hash, what do you say? What do you think? Is it going to be a new one with the new storyline, with the new character, a new lead, versus it being like, Johnny Cage or something?
Check. You spend it. You spend it because it's been time and time again. Look, everyone watched Annihilation. Granted, we got the updated song as well, too, from the original Mortal Kombat song. Which got played over and over again. And especially if you're a house head or a club head, you heard that song time and time again all throughout the 90s and the early 2000s. But from what we've seen are just screenshots the storyline, the aspect of things, what Bergy has read, those are going around, and that's the synapses of the story. They're starting the movie with a 10-minute fight scene between Scorpion and Sub-Zero. Yes. As long as Sub-Zero doesn't have a spear coming out of his hand, we are so good. Kano, we love. I mean, look, we've seen a mini trailer where Sonya says, I just got invited, a random invitation to go to Mortal Kombat. So we see the setup happening time and time again. Will this be better than the original one? I believe so. From what we've seen, I don't even think we need a trailer. Give us the movie, because we've been itching for this for such a long time. We had that YouTube Blu-ray release not too long ago. We got the animated adaptation of Sub-Zero of Scorpion. You have and then plus, how many times have we been playing Mortal Kombat the video game? Look, everyone got 10. Everyone just bought 11. Everyone bought the expansion pack for 11 just so they can continue the storyline. It shows you time and time again, Mortal Kombat will not die, even though your characters do die. So literally, I'm spending this check, and guess what? I'm spending that coin as well too to go see this movie.
Mia, we can't see Reggie's comments. Just want to let you know I don't see it on the chat. Tell him to try again, maybe sign in again, because we're definitely looking forward to seeing what he has to say. Go ahead, Hash.
No. It's like, I'm spending. Look, spend the check and also spend the coin.
Wow, he combined two shows into one. Trash.
Because think about it, bro. Think about it. It's been such a long time since Annihilation, and Annihilation we went, wait, what the heck did we just watch? Look, Mortal
Come on,
Kombat.
you like the music. The song is iconic, man. I mean, you got to think about it. You got Mortal Kombat. How many coins did you all waste in the machine at the arcade? We all know we ever did.
You know, for a fact, once that tune hits, you can mute it right there at the time, and someone is screaming Mortal Kombat. Oh, yeah. If you could play this at a convention and you got 5 people screaming Mortal Kombat, I'm sorry, sold. Street Fighter doesn't even have a theme song. Street Fighter doesn't have a theme song, even with the Jean-Claude Van Damme and Kylie. You had Kylie Minogue. Kylie Minogue could even give you a theme song. I'm sorry, man. And Kylie Minogue was Cammy.
Mayhem, yes, in the back. Go ahead.
Power Rangers has at least 2. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, go Green Ranger. Come at me, bro. Come at me. If you're going to spend the check on Mortal Kombat, I expect you with that same energy to bring back the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
But guess what? Warner Brothers at NetherRealm did spend the check to get Mortal Kombat done, while AKA Hasbro/Nickelodeon has the choice to literally put more coin in their pocket, while Warner Brothers jumped into that bandwagon. I'm sorry, HBO and Warner Brothers jumped into that bandwagon just to go, what? Mortal Kombat? Yes, please.
Listen, my boy Alfalfa, all right? Alpha 5, as I call him. All right. He made some mistakes. He okayed the last movie to come out. That's what happened. That's why they're trying to save the money. That's why they're trying not to spend the check. If they spend the check, it's going to be a hit. And next year around this time or 2 years from now, I'm going to be looking at you guys like, wait.
You know what? I hope so, man. I hope, yeah.
6 months. In 6 months, we're going to see Mortal Kombat, the movie, the live action. We're going to see it on Sunday. We're going to see the trailer get released at Super Bowl. Dun, 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 dun. Reason why to watch Super Bowl.
Yes, we should be expecting a lot more trailers. Ray of the Dragon should definitely see a lot more trailers. Yeah. Yes, the Batman should definitely see more take.
Speaking of some upcoming, items of topic there, let's talk about the Black Panther getting a new TV series, Wakanda. We're going to Wakanda. Disney Plus is going to bring us to Wakanda. Now, I'm thrilled with this for the simple fact that Coogler, who did the first movie for Black Panther, movie grossed $1.3 billion worldwide. Movie was fantastic. It set a precedent for, Black directors, Black actors, entire Black cast. It was phenomenal. Did an amazing job. He's working with his company, Proximity Media, 5-year deal with Disney Plus and with Marvel, with, Kevin Feige. I think this dude is going to knock it out of the park. What are your takes on this? Hash, where do you think we're going to go with the storyline? Where do we think we're starting? What type of storyline are we doing?
You and I have had this private conversation time and time again, and we all know that Kevin Feige has said they're not recasting Chadwick Boseman. They are not doing anything to change the Chadwick Boseman character, let alone Black Panther. And you and I have discussed this. They are in the hands of Disney. And what we have learned from Disney animation, and that is they can give us, let me grab the tissue again, they can give us minutes of tear-jerking moments in just a matter of 5 minutes to 10 minutes of no words whatsoever. If you want to start the series in a very strong way and help to get Shuri to be queen, you start the series with a funeral of all kings. You give us the beginning, life, and the end of T'Challa. You give us those magic moments from him being king to some Civil War moments to Endgame moments to figure out a way to how to do a closed casting funeral for this character. And if you don't give me 20 minutes of just that and maybe a split second of some chosen words, just select the words very quietly and calmly, dude, I'm getting goosebumps just talking about it. It's going to be solid gold all the way up until Black Panther 2. I'm saying spend that money, spend that coin. I am so looking forward to this. And I'm hoping they do exactly that. But whatever direction they go and do, you have to bring a great storyline of how Shuri becomes queen and how the country of Wakanda transitions from their male kings to now a queen.
Mayhem, what do you think? Do you think they're going to go with that storyline? Do you think there's other characters? I mean, they have a bevy of characters they could bring in there. You have the female guard. You've got the gorillas, the people there with Duke, his characters, the Rhino people. Like, there's a lot of stories. What do you think they could do? Do you think they go
one more thing, though.
Or a different one?
Perfect thing, too. They introduced Nomar, and you end with Nomar, bro. You end with Nomar. Come on.
So,
Mayhem,
my manager has told me for this point that I need to calm down, lower my voice, and speak in a very monotonic voice. So I'm going to tell you like this. Inside, I am a raging fire. I am flipping my lid, okay? You mean to tell me that Ryan Coogler, who's been out here knocking it out of the park, too much aggression, sorry, has been knocking it out of the park with all these movies, and he gets a series, and you can not only talk about Shuri, but you can also introduce other MCU characters like possibly Doom, like Namor, you know what I'm saying? I am sad that Chadwick Boseman's T'Challa and Black Panther didn't get the longevity that this film is going to get, but he's got it. But like, I just wish he was here for it, because they're about to turn superheroes, female superheroes, Black culture, just Black Panther altogether upside down. It's going to be in our faces. It's going to be crazy. I don't think you guys understand it. I have to be very calm because my manager right now has a steel prod on me. He's going to hit me with something. I'm sorry. I don't think you guys understand it. And then we're still going to get Black Panther 2. We're still going to get the movie. I'm going to spend the check. I'm going to blow my allowance on this. I'm going to take out a loan, refinance my home, and buy the movie theater just to watch it. You're invited.
You mean rent out a house so we can have people in your place and everything too? Because this is only on Disney Plus.
Yes,
I agree with both of you. I think this is going to be one of those ones that they are going to spend the check on, and Disney is not going to spare one iota on this. They're not going to spare a penny. They're going to spend it on.
Listen, these guys at Disney are like, we gave you a basic outline, and then this is what we're going to do. They're just throwing surprises. The fact that we're getting a Black Panther series, series, like we got WandaVision, great. We got Falcon and the Winter Soldier, but we got a Black Panther series. Y'all don't understand how instrumental this man is to your big three, to your big five, to the Marvel universe all together. It is,
and to be honest, we get a deep dive into what is Wakanda. Maybe we'll see Wakanda Bucks, aka their version of Starbucks. We'll get to see, their version of In-N-Out burgers here and there. Look, I want to see what the malls look like in Wakanda. Are they like California malls where it's wide open, nice and clean, carpet everywhere? Or
I think we're gonna see a lot more.
I want to see the villains. I want to see the villains. Like the villains that go against Wakanda are in depth, layered. You got M'Baku. Okay, fine. You had oh my God, what's his name? Michael B. Jordan's character, Killmonger. Boom. Killmonger. You got Doom, Namor. These guys aren't just your typical Martha. What did you say? No, these guys are layered. This is great storytelling and making. This is something people like you and I have dreamed, not just people of color, but nerds, geeks, all comic book fans have dreamed of seeing. Hell, there's probably somebody watching this show right now who had a friend where they talked about how they would introduce superheroes into the movie universe, and they're doing it for us, and it looks like they're killing it. They're killing it.
Yeah, go ahead, Bergy.
Claw. Yes.
I think this is a great series for them. The simple fact to explain Wakanda culture, the Wakanda, what they've made for achievements into the world. How did they do this once, Black Panther, T'Challa came out and told the UN, we're here, we're going to help you guys. So Shuri is going to help out with that. I think we're going to see Ironheart as part of this. We could definitely see her, I think, being mentored there. You do have some of the great villains there with Claw, Doom, there's, M'Baka. There's a lot of different stuff, I think, here. And I want to see, I don't think it should be called Black Panther. This should be called Wakanda. The series better be called Wakanda. It better. They haven't come out with a name yet.
Called Wakanda. No, the series is called Wakanda. It's the Wakanda series.
Yeah.
They already said that's Wakanda.
They did that?
The other thing I want to see is Shuri. How does she fix Vision? Does she fix Vision? I want to see her creating her new suit. Remember, we're talking about M'Baka. We're talking about Shuri. We're talking about the tribes. We're talking about even his mother. How do they transition after the passing of the king? And you're going to watch, just everyone's complaining how WandaVision is too slow of a thing. I want to see 4 or 5 episodes of them in tears trying to figure their stuff together with the passing of the king. You're saying 2 episodes. I want to see like that thing, because it's almost like, how we dealt with the US of our tragedies of our nations, of certain states where, how we go through tragedy. How do they go through their tragedy?
See, Wakanda itself definitely isn't just the Black Panther, but the Black Panther, whoever the Black Panther is, makes up a lot of it. So if Chadwick was still alive, it'd be the Black Panther, probably transition to the King of the Dead, and Shuri taking over Black Panther mantle. Mind you, they still has their mother to consult with them. You know what I'm saying? You still got to deal with the economy. They still got to deal with people trying to invade. They still got to deal with, relations internationally. Come on, like, my mind was blown, and I'm so happy to see this. I cannot wait until I hope they bring back Michael B. Jordan, but just these other characters and these other villains.
Jordan's dead. Michael B.
Doesn't
Jordan's
matter.
Dead.
The multiverse of
madness
madness is coming.
What, Human Torch? Come on.
Listen. Black Panther literally died twice in his own film and came back. It's possible. Don't you come over there with that. That's hate.
But what are you going to put him on ice? We do put him on ice, give him the purple. Was it the purple fruit, something like that, to like save his life, whatever it was.
Hey, if she can sit there and break and fix 2 broken white boys, as Shuri liked to call them, the broken white boys, she can fix a broken black man. I'm just saying, she can fix them.
And we both know Falcon and the Winter Soldier would be great additions to show up during the series as well too, especially with him being called, was it the White Wolf or the Lone Wolf?
Yes.
So seeing the White Wolf on the ground as well too. And if it ends, look, and if that series ends with the beginning story with Nomar and going into Black Panther 2, look, we all know that's sold. As you like to say, cut that check already, because why? We're spending that coin the second we get the poster.
So with that being
I'm gonna
said,
say cut that check, but also the names are Namor, M'Baku, Shuri, T'Challa. If I hear you say it again, I'm fighting you, Hash. If I hear you I'm coming for you. Go ahead, Bergy. I'm sorry.
No more, baby. No more. And then we finally
get
There's
an N and an A and a more.
Wait,
right.
you keep saying Nomar. I didn't know it was Garcia Parra who played for the Boston Red Sox back in the 90s and 2000s, man. You know, he married Mia Hamm. Get it right. Get your names right. New England, you know the New York Boston, rivalry there. Come on, let's go. So
from
speaking
Boston.
from Boston.
It's
So
Bergy
speaking of great things,
from Boston.
you should definitely go check out artistclub.ninja and check out
Yes.
some of our additions there for what we
Yes.
have there for some shirts. We got Bergy put up there. We got Pure Mayhem as the blockbuster card. Sorry, Mayhem. It's your black card, though. It's a blockbuster black card. You got it. You got one for me, Bergypedia. We got one for everybody. You got to go check it out there. We got a lot of stuff there. Masks, got you can buy stuff for your house, couch,
and
cushions,
also
mugs.
we have 7 new shirts currently on sale right now. Go jump on it. And that is save the check, cut the check, and that is save the coin, spend the coin. We got the new This Week in Toy Culture, This Week in Pop Culture, Black Cards. We have the Pure Mayhem Black Card as well too. So go on www.artistclub.net and pick up your shirts today while it's on sale, guys.
Listen, before we move on, I just want to say you guys keep giving us these info, this input, and we'll make it out for you. I'm gonna have some exclusive shirts, and depending on how you guys like, I may send some out to you. We've got one last thing to cover. Hash, I think you got enough time. What do you think?
God, let's talk about this real quick, right? We're having a segment called The Backhand of Truth, and that is for all you people out there. You know what? Sometimes you need a sandal to the face, as you guys like to say, chinglete, whatever you want to call a sandal. You guys need one of these to the face, all right? You guys understand half the stuff that goes on? No, because none of you guys read. All right, there's cliff notes out there, and the people that do video shows get it wrong as well too. And this is what's up. We're going back to the Batman, and that is the Batman coming out not too long from now. But right before we get Batman, we are stuck with the Snyder Cut Justice League movie, and that thing has been cut and edited, like there is no darn tomorrow. Going from a colored movie, going from colored to black and white, to trying to go back to color, then going back into black and white, giving us little snippets here and there, to Darkseid looking like a 5-year-old child, to 5'2", whatever the heck you want it to be, to Cyborg going from all metal to looking black and white. Wonder Woman has a brand new look. Superman has gone from his generic suit to a black suit. Come on, guys. And if this movie tanks, when I mean tanks, we're going to spend over 3 to 4 hours watching this gosh darn movie. And if this movie fails, this will be the bad taste in all of our mouth to go into the Batman movie. And this movie should not be released at all. Cut the cut completely. Get it out of the way, because get us into the next phase of DC movies. If Snyder Cut sucks, this will put the bad taste in all of our mouths when it comes to Batman the movie. Eddie can do all no wrong or yet alone right. This is going to suck. This is going to ruin Batman for years to come, and we're all going to scream Schumacher, Schumacher, Schumacher. That's all I gotta say.
Listen, I want to add one slap to the backhand of truth. I've been talking tremendously bad about this movie for the longest. I don't know what you guys are waiting for. I don't know what kind of reprieve. Even if the movie is good and it makes sense, it doesn't matter. They're rebooting the universe. It looks that way with the Batman. So it no longer applies. So I don't understand what's going on. DC right now needs to reboot everything. And if they could find a way to maybe keep the first Wonder Woman movie in it, I think we can all live with that. But then Wonder Woman 1984 never happened. Batman versus Superman never happened. Maybe Aquaman? They can do Man of Steel. That didn't happen as it is. But for me, that didn't happen as it is. Sorry. But maybe we can keep Man of Steel. Maybe. But anything else after that, it didn't happen. DC, stop drinking.
But if you think about it, also, here's the beauty of it.
Stop it, fam.
Here's the beauty of your Henry Cavill and your Wonder Woman and your current Batman. They're all the same age looking wise. Ben Affleck was the only one 50 years old with looking like with a team of 30-year-olds with a prepubescent Flash, which we can't stand anyway. Warner Brothers came out. We're done with Flash. Give us Give us TV Flash, and because why? That's solid. That's gold right there too. Give us TV Flash for the movies. They have just ruined the ball time and time again when it comes to characters that we want, with actors that we want, and we're going, well, because they're under a Warner Brothers contract and they got the Harry Potter storylines. Look, as much as I look forward to Colin Farrell, I'm not looking forward to Colin Farrell being Penguin. Give me someone else.
You know what? Give me Danny DeVito. I still stand by. He was the Penguin. You know,
Flashpoint.
Listen, okay, Flashpoint, I'll give you that. The most iconic villains in our current DC universe concerning Batman are firstly the Penguin, the Joker, and Bane. All right, don't get me wrong. Riddler was great. I'd even take Mr. Freeze. Okay,
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But these were the three. Listen, let them do something different. Let them wow us. It's gonna reboot. But this Snyder cut ain't it, fam. Ain't it. They're trying to milk you. All right. You're the cow that's gone dry, and they're like, we'll give you some hay. Let me give you udders. Let me rub your belly. Let me give you some udders.
With a CGI, give us Clayface, give us Mad Hatter, give us other characters had before. Give us a Riddler. Even if Jim Carrey doesn't want to come back, give us another version of the Riddler. Give us something else than the generic three that we known to love and we're expecting to see in Batman. Give us the side character villains of Batman. Look, it's worked for. Look at Harley Quinn as cartoon series. It's worked for that as well too. And if they want to learn, how Marvel has learned from the DC TV, why doesn't DC learn from the Marvel movies that even the C team, which is technically Guardians of the Galaxy, became the #1 movie?
You know what you bring up? You bring up some points, man. I think we're gonna have to say hashtag Mama Flapper. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, we're running out of time for the flap. You can find us on Hash. Where can we find you at?
Well, you can follow us here. You could go to This Week. Follow us at facebook.com/This Week in Pop Culture.
There you
Go and check us on the Twitch with twitch.tv/Evil Comics Inc. live every Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Sundays. You can also catch up on YouTube /Evolution Comics Inc. live always on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Sundays. You can catch this man with his little personal podcast called Last Stop on the L. You can catch this gentleman right here, right below me, with This Week in Toy Culture, The Take. That's right, new logo right up top. I'm getting it wrong. And you also catch him on This Week in Pop Culture. Actually, catch all of us yet again on Sunday for This Week in Pop Culture.
Yes.
But don't forget to go on our brand new merch page, which is www.artistclub.ninja to pick up your shirts today. And don't forget to like, love, follow, subscribe, and share your favorite shows on your favorite posts. My name is Arash Zandieh. That's Michael Mayhem Alexandre. That's Michael Bergy. And we'll catch you all next week on The Take.
Guess who the villain is for WandaVision?